Okay, so tomorrow marks 1 year that I've been home from the rehab facility, so I figured that meant that I should post a video and just compare the differences to 1 year ago as it is today. So when I came home from the hospital, I couldn't walk at all. Well, I mean, I walked in therapy, but I couldn't walk around the house or everywhere I went in the house, it had to be by wheelchair. In and out to the car was by wheelchair. Um, and for a TMI moment, I couldn't even use the bathroom on my own because I could transfer to the toilet, but then I couldn't pull my pants up and down on my own. So I always had to have someone home with me. So just a year later, and I'm home by myself. I go to the restroom on my own. Um, I walk around the house with the cane. I don't ever use the wheelchair anymore. I'm headed back and forth to therapy all the time by myself. When I at the rehab hospital, people are always commenting on how I'm alone and I'm wandering around the facility and how much better I look. So that's a yay. Um, Also, it's Friday today, and on Wednesday, I decided not to wait for Brian to take a shower. So that meant I had to get in and out of the shower and shampoo and rinse and wash by myself, which was not as challenging as I thought it would. I still have my shower chair in there and my handheld shower head, so that made it easier. Jessica wouldn't go far away from the shower because she was worried that I would fall, but she put all my shampoo and my body soap and my loofah where I could reach it, and I wouldn't have to stand and try to struggle with that. So that was a great achievement for me in just the last week. So I am still in therapy for the next few weeks, and then I'll be done with my PT. We've decided that I probably have progressed as much as I need to progress for now. A year of therapy apparently is a long time. So we're going to take a break, and if I feel I need any more after taking some time off, I'll go back. But OT I'm going to continue to go to because it turns out that I found out that all the exercises that my therapist sent me home with a year ago, which I've been doing for the last year, are exercises I'm not supposed to be doing on my own because of the subluxation I have in my shoulder. A lot of the stretching exercises to keep the range of motion active will do nothing but make that subluxation worse because I don't have the sensation in the arm, that I'm probably just tugging it further than it needs to be and probably moving outside of the range of that motion. So we're stopping doing those exercises at home. It was a little upsetting, even Mom wasn't happy about it. I have come to realize that I want older therapists working with me. Therapists who have been doing this for some time. That way I know that they have the experience behind the learning that they need to have done. And I realize coming from a young person that sounds probably very, very hypocritical, but we don't give children to babies to raise because babies don't have life experience to raise them. So it really makes the same amount of sense if you think about it in those terms. But I have been trying to look for ways to reach out to the community and raise stroke awareness because I've been hearing the most disturbing of statistics. I read somewhere earlier this week that only 5% of stroke victims with an ischemic stroke received the TPA drug that can pretty much reverse all the effects of stroke if given within 4 hours of a stroke onset. Now that's very scary that those things happen. It's available to them and it can help enrich so many lives by just getting the proper treatment. It made me sad because I got help right away from my stroke, and the paramedics who came to my house, even knowing that I was only 34, did not rule out stroke. They knew what the symptoms were, and they were very honest, and they were like, listen, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but you're having a stroke. The only problem was my stroke wasn't isometric. It was hemorrhagic, which means there wasn't any medicine that could help me stop the bleed, which means that mine was going to have effects no matter what. But so I've been trying to find ways to raise stroke awareness, and I'm having a little bit of trouble doing that. I contacted a senior community that we have here in Henderson, and the woman I spoke to on the phone was very rude. She said, you know, we have a full staff of nurses here and a medical wellness center, and we're all trained for this kind of thing, so we really don't want someone coming from outside the community coming to talk about it, especially since it causes liability, because if you give them information that's inaccurate, then we're liable. And it really made me mad, because I know 2 stroke patients that came from their community that didn't receive the level of care that they should have, because when the paramedics were called to their house, they didn't divert them to the right hospital, and so they weren't given all the care that they could have been. So I'm in a little bit of internal struggle about whether or not to start contacting people higher up in that community chain and letting them know that they're not willing to even think about the fact that there are people that want to help educate or raise awareness for things that are actually happening in their community. So I'm sure I'll figure out what I want to do after I talk to the 2 gentlemen I know from their community that I see twice a week. So I hope everybody's doing well, and wish everybody could be here with me tomorrow when I celebrate my 1-year home. And bye guys, I love you.